I tried to explain to you what it is that is being purveyed in the pop cultural sphere, because the fact is more people know who Beyonce is than know who any random congressperson, senator, or governor is. So she has now cut a music video with her husband. It is not good. Okay, it's not good. Rolling Stone, so this song is called Ape Bleep, which is just great. I mean, it's just, the sophistication is incredible. They filmed this at the Louvre, and shame on the Louvre for allowing this sort of filming at the Louvre, right? Shame on the Louvre for putting this kind of crap in front of actual great art. But I love Rolling Stone's take on this. So I'm going to read you Rolling Stone's take a little bit, and then we're going to go through the music video. Okay, so in the video for Beyonce and Jay-Z's Ape Bleep, okay, bleep would be poop, Ape Poop, the first visual from the pair's surprise joint album, Everything Is Love, except when Jay-Z's cheating on Beyonce, the two stars romp through the Louvre in Paris, seizing center stage in a high-culture palace that, like most Western art museums, historically made little room for non-white artists. Oh, God. So we're going to get an entire music video about why the Louvre doesn't have enough art by black people. Okay, first of all, the Louvre does have some art by black people. Second of all, the Louvre has the Louvre's a barn, okay? It has tons of stuff from every various culture. It has Asian art, it has African art, it has Egyptian art, it has tons of stuff. It's just the most famous stuff at the Louvre is Western art because, in my humble opinion, Western art was the culmination of Western civilization. And Western civilization is the culmination of all civilization, in my opinion. I'm a big fan. So, here's what the Rolling Stone says. Some of their mission involves the strategic highlighting of non-white images already in the Louvre. Beyonce and Jay-Z rap in front of an Egyptian sphinx, and in galleries filled with mostly neoclassical French paintings. White artists, white subjects, the camera singles out black faces. Okay, I'm not sure why that matters. Viewers catch brief glimpses of a pair of black figures in Paolo Veronese's painting The Wedding at Cana, where Jesus turned water into wine, as well as a quick look at Marie Guillemine Benoist's portrait d'une Négresse, a depiction of a black woman staring guilelessly back at the viewer. Why you would go to the Louvre and the first thing that would hit you is racial imbalance? I'm going to suggest that the whole point of art is to take the particular and universalize it. Good art takes things that are particular, and then it makes you feel a universal feeling. That's what great art does. When you watch a movie that has to do with people who are nothing like you, you feel something about Star Wars, right? Star Wars is in a universe far, far away with people who are nothing like you, but you feel something about it because there's something unique to every human experience that also happens to be universal to all human experience. This is why great art is extraordinarily particular. Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, these people, their writings are extraordinarily particular. It's not generalities. It's not broad generalities. It's why I don't like a lot of modern literature that I think draws broad generalities. Great art is extraordinarily particular because you identify with other people the more particular we are about those people. If I just say to you, there's a guy who just died in Zimbabwe, you're not going to feel anything. But if I describe that guy to you, if I describe his entire life to you, if I describe his family to you, you feel more because I've now particularized the subject. Great art does that. Okay, so of course, if you have, so the idea that it can't be a universal piece of art because it focuses on a white subject is simply idiotic. Okay, but the Rolling Stone says, this is just a great piece of art, this Beyonce Jay-Z video. Beyonce and Jay-Z said about interjecting blackness into a space that has never placed much value on it, claiming one of the centerpieces of European culture with gleeful defiance. They frequently film themselves moving in opposition to the frozen stillness of painting by Jacques-Louis David, a French neoclassical artist whose works like The Oath of Horace and Madame Recamier invoke the Greco-Roman tradition. Much of the potency of the Ape Bleep video comes from the contrast drawn between the white art on the walls and the black women on the gallery floor. So it's all about race, of course. And now we're supposed to believe that the art being created by Beyonce and Jay-Z is actually better than these great works of classic Western art. Quote, throughout the Ape Bleep video, Beyonce and Jay-Z repeatedly upstage some of the Western classical art's most famous images in one of its central sacred spaces. And then they talk about how it's much more lively, right? These people who are dancing are much more lively. It's not only Beyonce who eclipses the art. Just a few scenes before the singer's victory over Venus de Milo. Yeah, right. I'm sure that Beyonce is victorious over Venus de Milo. A line of her dancers sway back and forth in the foreground while another white marble statue, the winged victory of Samothrace, looms inertly behind them. Right, idiots. It's a statue. It can't move. Wow, you mean people moving is more lifelike than people not moving? I cannot believe it. Wow, you've really upstaged great Western art. See, the thing about Western art, folks, and all art, is that it's supposed to outlive the person. Because all the people in this video, they're going to die. That statue's still going to be there. I love this. Beyonce and Jay-Z stand in front of the Venus de Milo, one of the Louvre's most famous well-known statues, the kind of white marble creation that is synonymous with European high art. The statue is inert and famously armless. Beyonce is fluid, fierce, and in perpetual motion. Because she's a living human. Wow. So's my 2-year-old baby. He has arms, and he moves. Okay? Wouldn't say that he upstages the Venus de Milo if we went to the Louvre. In fact, I wouldn't bring him to the Louvre because he'd knock over the Venus de Milo and then I would be broke. So we're not going to do that.